And we are super excited to join you once again. This is the Upside Down Show on Citi TV. Now, today we've got interesting stuff. You know, it's so mind-boggling, you know, how people decide to express themselves, how people decide to take one campaign or the other to a different level. Now, today, we are also bringing you very close to Christmas. Yep. From January to November, we are already in December. And very soon, the year will be over. Now, what you'll be asking yourself is, how well did you fare with your resolutions? Don't worry, did we all, you know, carry them through? We always have another opportunity, you know, to make sure that we relive our resolutions. And so if you're not able to go through, I don't think I was able to go through a quarter of mine, but that is how it is, you know, it comes with a lot of pressure. But you are very welcome. This is your favorite lifestyle television show, The Upside Down Show. I'm Frema Edunyame. After this break, we'll be letting you in on who our guests are for today. We'll be right back.
On this episode, we'll be speaking with some group of Ghanaians who woke up and decided to embark on a journey to Tamale from Accra on bicycles with one female, the ZEN Riders. We'll also speak with Ekow Saxx, a saxophonist you won't forget after an encounter with him. Finally, we'll have a conversation with a Dutch Ghanaian gentleman who plays the steel drum, Simpey.
You're welcome back. Now, there's a lot of pressure in the system. If you live in Ghana, you know what I'm talking about. Now, if you are in Accra, your pressure level is on a different height. You know, everything contributes to you probably suffering one mental health issue or the other. Sometimes when you talk of mental health, people are just thinking of the ladies and gentlemen you find on the street. But look, we all have issues that we are dealing with. Sometimes when you talk to experts, you know that your case is even worse than the people you find on the street. But we have a group of ladies and gentlemen who have decided, you know, to do the needful, to create awareness, to find support for people living with mental health, and also let us know much more about this. Now, their way of expressing or embarking on their campaign is to be riding bicycles. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to say so much because they'll be telling us where they have been riding to and from where. Ladies and gentlemen, also in the show, we will be getting much more from Ekow Saxx. You saw the beautiful tunes you heard from the beginning. We also have a steel drummer. I bet you're not too sure what I'm talking about, but when they eventually come, you know what exactly people are doing. By the meantime, please help me welcome. We don't have the entire team here. We have some members of the team, and in fact, they will be telling us where the rest of the guys are. But I can understand if we don't have all of them here. But please help me welcome the ZEN Riders. Yeah. Hi. Wow. Guys. Well, so I'm sure you understand why we have bicycles on the set today. Now, we have Anita Solomon. Hi, Anita.
Hi.
Right, we also have Pius Hayford. Pius.
Yes.
Right, and we have Michael Amankwa. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Right. You are so ready. Have you been riding today? Did you ride here?
We just did a little short ride outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But to start with, ZEN Riders, just a little bit. Who's going to tell us about ZEN Riders? Let me start with you, Anita. Tell us a little bit about the ZEN Riders. How did the group come about? I mean, why did you guys decide one day to just ride somewhere?
Okay, so ZEN Riders are just a group of everyday Ghanaian men and women who came together to just take cycling up. We are not professional cyclists.
Oh, you're not?
No, we are not. That's why I say we're everyday Ghanaian men and women. So Michael is the founder of the group, and we started off as just a cycling group. So we just met up. We train at the Legon 5 times a week. So that is how the group came about. It's just a cycling group. We have, I think, there's a few of us, but the people who rode to Tamale, 7 of us. We have 5 people, and then 2 professional cyclists who sort of coached us. So the group is just ordinary people who took up cycling as a physical activity.
Interesting. Yeah. Michael, so what do you do? I mean, profession?
I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yeah.
So of all the things that you could think of all the things you probably could do if a few Ghanaians come together, why cycling?
Well, I did Kilimanjaro last year, September of last year, 2022. So I did that alone. So I got a lot of lessons from that expedition. So when I came back, I said, well, if I was able to summit the highest mountain in Africa alone, can I come up with a big challenge whereby I can invite others to join me for us to succeed together? Because if we're able to do that, then what it means is that we as Ghanaians, we can actually have a big vision, come together, put in the work, and then succeed. So that was the motive behind the challenge that we did.
But why did you want to challenge yourself that much? What, you get up one day and you want to ride bicycles to Kilimanjaro? Why?
The thing about life is fun when you have big challenges ahead of you that keeps you, where you're purposefully living, right? Instead of just waking up and just going through the motions without you having an agenda. Yes. So what we wanted to do was, let people know that, we can actually have an audacious goal like this. Like Anita said, we are everyday people. Yeah. We have Anita, who is a banker. I'm an entrepreneur. He's an architect. Okay. We have a music teacher. We have a security guard. Okay, so 5 everyday people, as she was saying. So we sought to use this to educate people on mental health, inspire people, and then also entertain people, because most people did not think that it was possible, given that we're not professional cyclists.
Pius, so Michael just mentioned your profession, but please mention that again.
Yeah, I'm an architect.
An architect.
Yes.
And you get time, 5 days in a week to go train?
Yes, so naturally, I'm a night person. So when I decided to embark on this challenge, the idea of waking up at 4 a.m. and start training at 5 a.m. was impossible for me.
Yeah.
So it changed my whole system, and I would say it was a very difficult period for me. But I adjusted, as you know, when you put your body through these stresses, they always adjust. So going through that change was a huge challenge for me. Not even the cycling itself, but to wake
waking up
yes,
to start with.
Drive all the way from Tema to Legon every morning, 5 days a week, was a challenge for me. So I was able to manage that because it was early morning. Then after that, I do my normal day work. So it took a lot out of me, but we managed to.
Are you fulfilled?
Extremely. If you ask me to go again, I think I will.
Wow. I really wish I could do this, but it's also spiritual and everything. I don't see myself. But Anita, you are a banker. And I know the challenge, that comes with banking. And you're able to do this. I also see you with
I have
family.
2 children, yes.
Boys or girls?
1 girl, 1 boy. But the thing is, you make time for the things.
Did you also read the 5 a.m. book? It looks like that 5 a.m. book is the Bible. Did you read it?
I am an early person anyway, but you make time for the things you want to do, really. We always say we don't have time, especially women, but you can always make time for the things that you want to do. So it's just a matter of adjusting. I used to go to work so tired sometimes, but you go for training, you come home, you get ready to go to work. You know, like you said, sometimes I leave work at 9 p.m., go back home. But you just have to make time for the things you're really passionate about. And finding time to exercise is actually really good because it sets you up for the day. It really sets you up for the day. So you're even able to cope more. You know, your senses are sharp. You feel much more refreshed. You know, so it helps.
Right, Michael, is cycling your hobby?
No.
What is cycling to you?
It's just an activity to keep me fit, physically fit and then mentally sharp. I'm not a physical person. I've never been a sports person. I don't consider myself an athlete. But when I realized that life, primarily your physical health and your mental health are the most important things that you should take care of, I realized that then I had to have a regime that constantly keeps me physically fit and then mentally sound. So then I picked up different sports, which is obviously cycling, walking, jogging, and I'm doing swimming as well, and then tennis.
So how long have you been doing this, riding bicycle?
Well, we started June 2nd.
This year?
Yeah, this year. Yeah. So we June 2nd, and we agreed to 5 months of training. And intensive training, and we do that 5 times a week. And then the beautiful thing about the group was that we're always punctual. So at 5 o'clock we are riding. It's not now that you are coming at 5. At 5 o'clock we are riding. So everybody's on time. So he coming from Committee 5 to in Telma. I mean, that's quite a ride, right? But he always makes sure that he's on time, and then we ride. When we ride, we're not talking. We are just riding because we are training, right? And then after that we say hellos to each other, and then everybody moves because the day is ahead of you.
How many are you in the group?
Well, primarily 7. I mean, we have 2 professional coaches, and they've been riding for a while, so they actually taught us, the in and outs of riding, and then obviously there's some technicalities here and how to change your gear if you're climbing, if you're descending, stuff like that.
So, when you get to Legon, when you start at 5, what time do you end?
So sometimes we do 6 o'clock. So normally it's like an hour. But sometimes it can extend to an hour and a half, depending on the type of training we are doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So share with us. I mean, riding a bicycle is riding a bicycle. What else are you doing when you say that depending on the training? Because we see people ride a bicycle.
Okay. So you have what we call pacing. So pacing means that you are going at a certain speed, at a rate of speed. So let's say if you're trying to do like an hour, there's a particular speed you have to maintain, which is obviously challenging. And then sometimes if you're doing hills, we're talking about high inclinations or elevations. Climbing those, obviously, you get tired as well. Yeah. Right. So we have different types of
endurance
as well,
whereby they test how far you can go. So we could ride for like 4 hours non-stop.
Non-stop. Because I was going to ask that, do you stop to drink water? Because I'm sure if I am part, I'll have a bit of water, sitting somewhere, water, soft drink, this, every now and then,
if you're training, you don't
do that.
You have your water in your holder. Yeah. So whilst you're riding, you just take it and you drink, but you're not stopping like to get off your bike and then chill. So.
No, you guys are superstars, you are magicians. Now, we will take a break. When we come back, I would find out from you where the whole mental health campaign came in. You're still watching the Upside Down show. These guys have ridden bicycles from Accra to Tamale and back. And these are the people, 2 hands, 2 legs. But, I mean, I see magic in what they are doing. We'll be right back.
Citi TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access Citi TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Citi TV on your television. Citi TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and StarTimes box. Citi TV, it's your world.
Welcome back. This is the Upside Down Show. Our guests, the ZEN riders, and they've done an amazing trip from Accra to Tamale and back, all in the name of raising awareness on mental health. So whose idea was it? No, before we go on to that, how many ladies are in the group?
So we have about 3.
Okay.
3 ladies, 3 or 4. But in terms of those who rode, it was just Anita who rode.
Anita, you are a superwoman. You should have come with your cake, so celebrate it properly. But how is the feeling like, riding with guys?
It was nice.
Well, you don't see guys. You don't see that. You see fellow riders, yeah?
Yeah. It was a good team. We all click. We all get on very well. We really work together as a team. And like I kept saying that when women find themselves in groups that supports them, they can do whatever they want to do, right? So as we were riding, a lot of people were like, oh, Obaka home. Everybody was surprised. But I think I was able to do it because the guys are amazing, right? They gave me all the support I needed. When we were riding, when I got tired, I would just say, guys, I'm tired, and we'll stop. They were doing macho on the road. So nobody would say, I'm tired, but I would just say, oh, I'm tired, and everybody would stop for me. So it was a good experience. I also wanted to put it out there to women that if you put your mind to anything, you can't do it. And normally there's support. I think we restrict ourselves from doing things. Nobody is not asking us to do things that we think, oh, this is a man's world. This is something only a man can do. But if you put yourself out there, you will get the support.
Absolutely.
And for me, I got the support from the guys.
Great. I'm inspired.
Yeah.
So in June when it started, did you have the name already? Have you had the name that one day I'll form a cycling team and I'll call it ZEN Riders?
No, we did it.
Okay, so at what point did you get a name?
I think the name came in, so we have June, so May. Because we realized that, at that point we had to obviously put structure. If you want to put structure, there has to be an identity. You need a name that also represents what you do. So ZEN is after the ZEN philosophy, where we talk about mindfulness, inner peace, self-development, and stuff like that. So ZEN Riders is not about cycling. It's not about cycling. It's about a lifestyle, which obviously cycling is just one of the key activities. So there are people in there who do yoga religiously. She does yoga. He does yoga. Those who do swimming. So you can. It's multi-sport, but we started off with the cycling.
Okay. So whose idea was it for us to go to Tamale? So nothing has happened. Nobody is chasing you. No. Nobody is holding your neck. You get up one day and say, let's ride bicycle to Tamale and come back.
So after I did Kilimanjaro and I came back, I put out there, I was looking for my next adventure. So I came up with Machu Picchu, which is in Peru. Everest Base Camp in Nepal, and then cycling from Accra to Tamale. So for my the people that support and follow me on social media choose what they wanted me to do next, because I use it to inspire, motivate people. That guys, watch. You can dream, prepare, do it, put in the effort, and you're going to succeed. So they said, well, they wanted Accra to Tamale and back.
I remember because
that one was that would be very easy to track.
Now you can see, right? But if you're climbing somewhere in Machu Picchu in Peru,
we don't know.
They don't know
tell us that, and I did it. No, but that's why we can.
Yes, and then also they wanted the opportunity to actually see the countryside, right, as we were going, because we were always updating real time with videos and pictures and all of that. So they chose Accra to Tamale, but they also knew that it's going to be like crazy because they didn't know anybody who had done it, right? And most we are not professionals, so obviously the odds were against us. So that's how that came about, Accra to Tamale and back in 10 days, 1,300 kilometers.
In 10 days.
That post.
But we did it in 9.
We did it in 9 days.
In 9 days?
Yes.
Wow.
5 days in, 4 days out.
So did Michael come to you, Anita and Pius, to say that, guys, I want to embark on this, can you join me? Or you saw the post and decided
I saw the post.
I want to be part of this.
I saw the post, I remember so well. And I said, oh, that would be a good way to see. I had lived outside Ghana for a long time. So I said, oh, that would be a very good way to see the country, Ghana. So for me, that was also my motivation. That all right,
How old are your children?
18 and 16. I'm old, so don't
worry. I have a 17-year-old. He's almost 18 as well, and a 14-year-old. So no problem. I mean, we are holding it tight.
Yeah, we are.
That's so beautiful. Now, did you tell them that this is what I'm doing, and what did they say?
My daughter was mortified. She said, Mommy, the Ghana roads, you can't be cycling on the Ghana roads. So she was very, very concerned. My son was very, go for it, Mommy, go for it.
He's quite adventurous, right?
Very, but eventually my daughter is so happy. She's like all over me. So, but she was initially very concerned because she said, you cannot. She said, if I ask you that I wanted to cycle on the Ghana roads, you say no. No. So why are you going to do that? But,
Well, that's what makes mommy.
Yeah.
But How was it like, you know, on the road? Were you riding in the night? How was it? Were you sleeping and then the next day you continue? Or, I mean, we are moving means we are moving.
So,
Pius, let me find out from you.
So the whole idea was to try and average a distance of 120 kilometers each day. So that's how we planned the route.
Okay.
So the first stop was at Ekow, second stop Kumasi, third stop Techiman, fourth stop Kintampo, and then Tamale. So these were the stops. So we were targeting to do the 120 kilometers within 8 hours, you know, each day. So we pace ourselves to ensure that we have a bit of rest to hydrate and all of that, you know, and then we'll sleep when we get to those spots I've mentioned. Yes, so that's how we manage it. The only huge challenge we had was when we're coming back, because we wanted to do it in 4 days. There was a particular day we needed to do 191 kilometers, and that was, I think, the next day we probably might have given up. The next day, after doing 190 kilometers, I'm sure if you drive for 190 kilometers, you know what. But to ride for 191
But why did you do that?
Because we decided to enjoy Tamale for an extra day.
So you had to make up the time.
So that was tough. That was the toughest, I think.
Imagine.
But for some reason, the next day, the ride was easy.
Really?
After the 190.
So where did you end at the 190?
Oh, so Tamale all the way to Kintampo. All the way. We rode all the way to Kintampo. It was hellish, I would say.
No, I know, because at Citi we have the Heritage Caravan where we are driving around. And even in a bus from Tamale to Kintampo, I know how that can be difficult.
Well, the terrain in Tamale also made it very difficult because it's almost flat. So you have to constantly move the legs. You can't relax. So when you get to Kintampo, you can climb, you know, descend, climb, descend. When you are descending, you can take a bit of rest. But that ride from Tamale to, there's a place called Dawa. That was tough with the weather and all of that.
Maybe you heard Dawa, you should know that it will be tough.
Yes, so I think that was the most challenging. But apart from that, the rest, it had its own peculiarity. I'm sure Michael can share some of them. Yes.
So to add to what he said, so that particular day we rode, that's on the bike, and 8 hours and 30 minutes. We rode, as in you were sitting on the bike riding for 8 hours.
So I go to work, I get to the office, do all my work and everything, and close.
8 to 5.
You were still on the bike.
On the bike.
Yes, we were on the bike.
So that day we were on the road for 12 hours. We were on the road for 12 hours, but rode for 8 hours, 30 minutes. And we got the 191 kilometers.
Wow.
Yeah, to Kintampo. Tamale to Kintampo.
I mean, that day was, our body
I think that we should call all the communities, you know, along the stretch to come and clap for you.
We had a bit
of you more than deserve this. But let's look at the mental health part of the whole thing. Why cycling for mental health awareness?
So August 12th, I remember very well because my favorite boxer, or one of my favorites, Anthony Joshua and Hellenius was fighting. So it was a Saturday. So normally on Saturdays we walk from Ayimesa to Botanical Gardens. You know, so at about 5 a.m. whilst we were going right at the foothills of Ayimesa, I saw a lady in a ditch in a gutter. She was there, you know. So we all just walked past. So at about 12:30 on our return, I saw her still there with flies all over her. And I was like, okay, this is not right. This is a human being. So what's going on? So there were some guys, you know, not too far from her, and I asked that Charlie, what's going on here? So she's been here for like a week, you know.
In the gutter?
Yes, in the gutter, for a week. I'm like, okay, Charlie, we have to do something about it. So I spoke to a guy who lived by, and I said, okay, let me give you some momo, get some match kinky and sort it out, whilst I call to see where we can get help. So I called Pantai Hospital. They said, well, you know, they can actually assist, but, you know, to cost so and so. And I said, okay, the following day, I will, you know, make arrangements and get the lady sorted. I called back the following day, she passed.
Oh, no.
She died. And that lady could have been anybody's sister, wife, auntie, whatever. She died. I mean, like a whole week she was there, you know. So that's when, I mean, obviously, probably she had some mental challenges. So then that's what got us attracted to the cause of mental health. And mental health is basically, it's not about those who are like super sick in their heads where now they've gone mental, where they are actually on the roads, naked and all of that. But we all have episodes of it from time to time. It's just the degree of it. So we wanted to use this as an approach. So there were 3 key agendas that we had. One is to entertain, because people didn't think that these everyday people can ride the bicycle in the first place. So people were watching to see whether we will fail or not. You know, people are, they rush, they can't do it and all of that. So, you know, we had their attention. The second was to educate. So we partnered with Psychiatric Department of Kolebu. So we had a resource with us. At any point, all the communities we were passing through were stopping, we're engaging. You know, we'll do radio, you know, interviews, TV interviews, then community. So we gather, you know, market women, taxi drivers, people working in the timber markets, little kids, you know, students, pupils. So we did all of that as part of the outreach.
As you moved?
Yeah, as we're moving.
So what time were you doing that?
Yeah.
No, because now it's getting...
No, it was packed. It was intense. There was no...
Because I thought it was just riding.
No. We were doing all of... So we have all of that, you know, videos and you know, all of that.
We'll see
so we did that as well. So it's about, look, having a plan, working within that plan, staying focused. And that's what we wanted to show people. So we wanted to inspire, educate, and then entertain. Those were the 3 key piece of agenda.
No, I am more than inspired, truly. I really wish I saw you, you know, at some point.
I will do one for you, don't worry.
Thank you. They said it on television, you know, they said on TV that it will happen. Yeah. So now you set yourself to do Accra, Tamale, Accra, like a flight, right? So what's next?
What's next? Am I permitted to say? So what's
yes.
Next?
I mean, so now we can actually follow you properly, you know,
so
with cameras.
The next one is humongous. Accra, Tamale, and back is like kindergarten, like creche.
Don't scare me.
No, this one we are looking at summiting all the 7 highest mountains in all the 7 continents: Australia, South America. We're talking Nepal. That's Everest. Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, which I have already done. So some of them are going to do that. There's one in Antarctica, and then Russia. So we are going to summit. Yeah, we're going to Russia, we're going to Argentina, we're going to Nepal, Australia, to summit the highest mountains in all of this continent. And
Michael,
yes.
What do you want to achieve in your life? What are you looking for in this world?
I think the legacy that I want to live is for people to know that we are limitless and capable. So watch us do it, just like we did.
Have you not proven this enough?
No.
You've done Kilimanjaro. You've done.
We need more.
Anita, would you join?
Yes.
You leave your children.
I will leave my children.
Michael.
My children have their own life. They are going to university. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Pious.
I mean, you know...
you are yet to have your children. I can think about this again.
I think I'm doing it for them.
Yeah.
You know, riding to Tamale and back, none of my colleagues actually believed it could be done. And you know, after doing it, I don't know what else is impossible.
Exactly.
And these things are it's more of the mind. You could talk about the physicality, you know. We were all physically okay. I wouldn't say we're there physically, you know, but I think 70% was more of the mind. You know, the mind took us further. I mean, Anita will tell you, most of the times when we are going, we got tired physically all the time. But when we decide not to stop, we forget about the tiredness and then we just see the destination and then just keep moving. So I think it's something that we would, you know, summit and then...
Now, before I leave you guys to go, you've ridden from Accra to Tamale and back. What did you pick about Ghana, Anita?
Ghana is beautiful. I mean, the women that were cheering us along the road, they gave us bananas. The landscape is amazing. I mean, when you get to the north, it's beautiful. The people are very nice. When we got to Tamale, you know, the king or the chief hosted us in his palace. Like there was a whole debate for us. You know, the headmaster of Savannah International School received us nicely. So Ghanaians, we still have that, you know, hospitality bit in us, and we sort of interviewed all the women that were selling, you know, just to put perspective on women, right? How most of the women are single mothers, they are looking after their children. It goes back to the Ghanaian woman who is so entrepreneurial, who's when they get money, they put it back, you know, into the family.
Right.
So.
Now, Michael, so you have also seen it all. If you met government and they asked you, something about Ghana, something that we could change to improve, what would that be?
I think it's more education.
Okay.
It's more education because even the little ones, even the pupils, when we're engaging them, talking about mental health, quite a number of them, majority of them understood and they got it. And they were asking very intelligent questions. And what I realized was that the more we engage people, the more they wanted to talk. So there's a room, there's an opportunity for us to have the relevant conversations.
Yeah.
So the question is that the things we talk about, how relevant are they? Because at the end of the day, when people are physically well, mentally sound and all of that, there's productivity.
Absolutely.
There's productivity. If you're unwell and you come to work, there's no way you can be optimally productive.
Yeah.
So as a nation, as a people, we need to ensure that we are focusing on our health, physical and mental, because at the core of the things we do lies those two key things.
Right. Now, Pius, you have said a lot of things you've pegged and things you've learned and all that, but what would be that one highlight of the entire trip?
I got a little bit ahead of the team and then saw a group of women, middle-aged women selling on the street, so I decided to take a rest. They treated me like a king.
You are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And before I left, they gave me a bunch of fruits. They were surprised I could wake up one day and decide to just ride to Tamale and back. And
I co-signed to that surprise.
Yes. and that I think is the spirit of the Ghanaian. I think Ghanaians are very, loving people. We almost lost it, but I think it's there. This trip has made me realize it's still there.
Yeah. Don't let the politicians confuse you. We are very nice people,
yes, we are.
until we wear that political jacket. Yeah. But you guys have done tremendously well. Please extend our congratulations to the other team members who are not here. You've done a yeoman's job. I could never picture. In fact, I would have been one of the people who would say that let's wait and see if they can do it. Because it sounds almost impossible. Why would anybody get up and say that I want to ride a bicycle, from Accra to Tamale and back on the bicycle? But you've done amazingly well. Thank you very much, because I also believe that mental health is a serious conversation that we really need to have in our country, especially with all the things happening on social media around us with the young people. So thank you very much for taking this challenge up, and we look forward to the other ones that you are going to do. We'll have our cameras, this time follow you, and we will also look at how we can package that and put it on, because this is also very interesting, like I mentioned, to entertain as well. It's been an interesting conversation. I did not join the trip, but I've learned so much. I feel like I was part of the whole trip. So I can also say that, well, I wasn't part, but I spoke to the guys who were part, so I also deserve some accolades, right? All right, so thank you very much, Anita. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Pius. You guys should have come with your capes, because you are superheroes. You've done so well. So we'll end it here. Thank you very much once again. And we'll look forward to the bigger ones that are coming.
How about you join us for a ride?
We
brought our bicycles, so let's.
And they are beautiful, but you have the skill, you have the grace, you have the favor to ride bicycle. Like the women who gave you the banana. Next time I'll give watermelon.
Oh, good.
I'll make sure it's cold. Chilled one, so it really bring your pressure down. But Nana is so adventurous, there's nothing that he won't do for both of us. I know that I always got him. Hey, Nana. Well, they say that you are going to be riding bicycle. I don't know from where to where, but challenge. Anita has done Accra, Tamale, Accra. And I know that, Nana, I don't know what you'll be doing.
No need to worry. I know you. If we were riding to the Maldives, you would have joined us.
You know the vibe, yeah?
So, that's fine. Guys, come on, let's go take a ride outside. What are the basic stuff you need to know?
You want to have your helmet with you.
Yeah.
Then you want to check the bike itself. So your tires have to be properly inflated.
Right.
Depending on the type of bike you have, whether you have a mountain bike, road bike, hybrid, gravel, they all have their own recommended pressure levels. So you want to check that and see how it's going. And then also you want to check that your chain
The chain, quite important.
A lot of times you want to also oil it a bit. You know, yes, that's if you've not done your regular maintenance.
Okay.
From time to time, depending on the frequency and how often you ride it, you want to also oil your chain. Yeah. And then if you're riding, you want to also get your reflectors, your lights.
Okay. That's for safety.
Yeah, for safety.
Okay, good. So, okay, we're going to go for that, right? I think I should just take off this jacket. Let me just leave this with Tajudeen. And let me jump on mine. Hope there's no root to this.
No.
So yeah, I'm good, right?
Yes,
Citi TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access Citi TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Citi TV on your television. Citi TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and StarTimes box. Citi TV, it's your world.
Alrighty, welcome back. This is the Upside Down Show on Citi TV. Now, you saw what Nana did. Yeah. You know, they say Superman don't come wearing cape, but this is what I'm always super proud of him. That's why, you know, what I always say, what won't he do for both of us?
No,
yeah.
we'll take the shot for you.
Yeah, I share in that glory.
Yeah,
you know.
however they want to understand
you
the
saw
shot.
what we did and how we did it. But how was it? You know, I mean, do the right thing.
And you're fed your group. It's not easy.
Why do you think my motto in life is minimum effort,
maximum enjoyment?
This life I can't kill myself.
The last time I rode a bicycle,
yeah,
I had hair, so you can imagine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, it means you really were good,
Yeah.
you know, when you were riding, because even with what you did, I mean, if you've not ridden in that long.
I still got the skills and all.
You are not so full.
Yeah, we like short distance. We don't like any long journey things.
Yeah. When it comes to bicycle riding. And Christmas is just around the corner, you know, situation is there.
Fireworks.
Anything enjoyment.
We are there.
We are
Count us
one.
in.
Count us in. Yeah, me and this guy. We know how to do it, you know. Yeah, but Christmas is situation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So situation is on the eve.
Yeah.
So it's like it opens.
And in fact, Christmas will meet us there at
us there. Yeah, don't worry.
So situation. So this how
we're planning some proper praises and worship on the morning.
Absolutely. I mean, anything and everything that will make a party come alive, we are bringing that to you.
Definitely.
This will be just a rehearsal to how 24th will feel like. Yeah. Now, after the gentleman that we'll be talking to, you know why you will not want to miss Christmas on Citi. Christmas in the hood. Christmas at La Palme. Christmas at Situation. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome our guest, Ekow.
Big man. What's good, man?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Yeah, interesting haircut.
Is it?
What's the motivation behind this haircut? Ekow?
The motivation is there plenty, but I just I've been in so many phases of brand identification for myself. So I used to wear hats back in the days, like Judibile and Bully. But this one, I just got tired of wearing hats and I decided to try something new. And the motive was to give people more reason to talk about me when I pass.
Yes.
And it looks like it's serving the purpose so very well.
Yeah, we just spoke
So
about
what
it.
was it called?
This is actually a back bush,
But with locks or twists.
anyhow you call it.
Yeah, you just had to do a little something different to it.
You know.
Because when we were growing up, if you see somebody in back bush, he's either a pastor or you understand?
Yeah.
Most likely to be a pastor.
A catechist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
guys.
Apostle Jones, the way that man lashed me, he had the back bush.
Where is he now?
I'm not even sure. You do some small jerry curls at the top.
But you know, other people too.
why you go to
Other
the
people
Jericho?
too say it's Papa Jasko sort of.
Yeah. It looks
Yeah,
like
so-
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it fits. It fits.
I love it actually. So
Looks good on you.
So now you've settled on this as the identity.
maybe
Are you-
for now.
For now.
Something
But
comes up.
Yeah, I'm hoping to go bald.
Oh,
Yeah, and get some beard, like
Oh, okay.
Let's now talk about Saxx.
Yeah.
To start with, what's your full name? Your real name that your father gave you?
Okay, that's nice. So my real name is Ekow Mbra Ochre.
Okay.
Mbra as in law.
Oh,
Ochre.
okay.
Yes, I'm a Fanti from Takwa.
Right.
So I remember there was a time my dad was like, "Hey, so these days, you are neglecting my surname. People are calling
Yeah.
me Ekow Saxx," and he himself calls me Ekow Saxx. So.
Of course. Right. Does he play?
No, he doesn't play. He used to sing way back in some 103. There was a music group called Some 103. So
Okay.
he and my mom, who is passed, they used to be part of it.
Oh,
Did they meet while singing?
That one I'll have to ask who.
You don't know that story.
Ask.
That's a good question, you know.
What did they meet?
Perhaps you may meet
know?
while playing.
Or you've
or
met?
you've met.
Or you've met
Yeah,
while
bon
playing?
See, I'm the year fasting.
Sir,
Yeah.
maybe more.
Remember more.
More.
I should play more and pray more.
Yeah. You play more, you pray more.
Very
Exactly.
necessary.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that when the two meet like that,
Dangerous.
fire
But how
day
long
inside.
have you been playing?
So I would say my journey started in 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on the street one time and I saw a saxophone as a billboard cover for a shop in Kumasi. I had gone to visit my uncle in Kumasi, so I'm like, no, I want to play this. Somebody used to play in my school, in infant swim school, but he wasn't really, that was the first time, that was the first time that I got closer to a saxophone. So when I saw it, I was like, no, I need to play it. Then I went in. That time I had about 300 CDs in my account, 3 million by then. So I went to the shop, the guy was like, no, it's 8 million. Want to inform me 3 million? I said, okay. Then I was using a BlackBerry Storm 1. So I went back to town, sold my phone, took out my memory SIM and my chip, and then I got some excess to add up to it. So when he gave it to me, I left. I was so excited. I had to carry every money on me. I was so excited. I walked like a kilometer and then I realized that, hey, I don't have money to take a car, so I had to take the same distance back. When I came, he insulted me and he gave me 5 CDs. So I said, wow, so I took it and then I went, and that was the beginning of my journey. I didn't know much about it. It took me 3 days to learn how to fix it, and it took me 3 days to learn how to make a sound. So,
You learned on your own?
Yeah, exactly. How did you learn? Online?
so
or
yeah,
you had
so
somebody teach you?
it's been a bit of it. I had a guy who was in, my mate, he was in KNUST by then. So he knew how to play.
Does he still play?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
He only knew do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Wow, basic.
So even when he was teaching me, he forgot where the do was. So he started with re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So
Okay.
I had to figure out where the do was. Then I came back and I told him, oh, Chala, I figured it out. And I played the song that I was able to learn, Lean on Me.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a beautiful song for me. It's a special song for me.
It
So
looks like everybody starts learning an instrument with Lean on Me.
really,
If it's the keyboard, it's Lean on Me. If it's the sax, Lean on Me.
maybe actually it has a simple pattern.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Do you play the keys?
No, I don't play keys.
What was it?
Yeah. Yeah, they're my
I don't
fans.
see a
no.
keys.
We give the fans, you play and then we are the cheerleaders. So we give. But how has it been, since 2011 you got this? Has it paid off?
Have you
that
recouped your
800? Yeah. Has it paid off?
Oh, more.
More crowd.
Hey, I collect too.
So, I mean, you've worked with some amazing stars. So clearly,
It's been a journey. I'm not going to say it was easy because in 2011 I joined University of Ghana in 2012. So within that 1 year waiting
wait, you
period.
did tech and then you did.
No, I
No,
went
his
to
friend
visit-
was
oh,
at Tech.
Okay.
So within that time, I decided to just use that time to study the music whilst I was waiting. And I wasn't even going to study music. So I have a background in psychology and geography. I have my master's in psychology, but not from University of Ghana, by the way. So when I did that, I was coupling it with the school and then the saxophone. It wasn't easy because I didn't know what to do, whether to focus on the music or to study, and then after the studies, I tried to do, and I didn't want to lose out on all of them. So I decided to do that at part. But through it all, it's been a very undulating journey. I've met people, I've happened to play for bigger people, been outside to play. Oh, so I have even played for, I remember I played for Nanado, our president before. I happened to play for the vice president of Liberia, Dr. Ellen Jewel Johnson. And then
Jewel Taylor.
Jewel Taylor, sorry.
Yeah.
So and a few people, Ghana, South Africa. This is why I usually.
Yeah. But which artists have you worked with?
Oh, so in Ghana, I've worked with Shatawale, his popular tune Melissa. Yeah, that's me. So I've worked with Shatawale, Kwesi Arthur, and the Groundhog team, Lord Paper, a lot of them. And then also I've worked with Adekunle Gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on his tune 5 Star. Yeah, and then I've also done some international collaborations, which I've lost track of some of them because they are not out yet.
So okay, great.
Wow.
All right, now you're a pro, you're a star. We just want to enjoy you.
Yeah, you know December is coming.
Absolutely. Any plans?
Collect.
Say again.
Any
I'm
projects?
sure by now
in
the
December?
gigs they're back to back to back.
Oh, yeah, so
we are in December. So
Yeah,
any projects?
actually, I have huge projects coming up because before I came just about a month ago, should I say relocated to South Africa. So I was there for the past 5 months. I've been there, and I happened to work with amazing people, like top people. I performed with Musa Keys, Tyler. You people know this. Ike. There's our piano everywhere. Yeah, I performed with him. I performed with Nadia. The late AK's lady. Yeah, so I've been on projects like wild projects. I have very good friends, K Zaga and all of those guys, Cranks. They are plugging me over there.
So are you back home now, or you visiting? You go back to SA?
I'll say I'm visiting.
Anyway, now that you are here, we're going to squeeze every juice that we can get before you decide to go. So, Ekow Saxx, thank you very much. You're doing amazing. We love everything you are doing, and it's now time to let us really feel you.
Yeah, let's get vaccinated.
Okay. but this is super.
No, this is so good. You deserve a seat at the high table, please.
Join us, man. Come on. Wow, amazing stuff.
Love it.
Derek,
Wow.
it's great to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. But how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. Yeah.
Is it
On the
going
way-
up or?
Oh, it's definitely going up. Yeah.
Right, that's
Been
what we
getting
love to
a
hear.
lot more shows, a lot more gigs,
Great
a lot
stuff.
more weddings, a lot more everything. So it's been very blessed.
Right, so this is Derek Simpey. He is
Yeah.
a steel drummer. You know, I still can never, you know, I mean,
The entire
unravel
concepts.
the concepts surrounding this. So these are sold in shops, or you made them?
These are not sold in shops.
Okay.
These are handmade in Trinidad and Tobago. Made on order, yeah.
Okay.
And they're all handmade. So there's just one guy that knows exactly how he wants to have it. And yeah, if you have a guy that knows his stuff, then you get a very nice instrument.
But what if unfortunately this guy passes on?
There are some pen tuners. There are not many, but there are some that you can
Okay.
work with. So it's not just one guy.
So what's this called again?
This is called a steel drum.
A steel drum.
Yes.
That's why you are a steel drummer.
That's why they call me a steel drum artist.
But how do you know where to hit to get what sound?
Well, when I started this, I used to write everything down. So where's the C, where's the D, the E, and as you practice and go along, eventually you memorize where everything is, just like how you play a guitar or keyboard.
Yeah.
And that's how I know how everything sounds, basically.
Why did you decide to learn this instrument?
The why is very simple. It started for me at my elementary school. There was
Okay.
this Christmas dinner, and there was a whole steel band actually playing this instrument.
Okay.
So when the first time when I heard this instrument being played, I was already like, whoa, what is this? The same way you guys are responding, like how does something like this happen?
Yeah.
I had the same feeling, and the teacher that was giving the classes, she saw how interested I was in looking at her. So she was like, this guy, I need this guy.
Look out for him.
So he said, come and let's
Okay.
practice. And since that day, I just kept
How
practicing.
many years ago?
I think I'm about 18 years later now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Great stuff.
Now,
Great stuff.
would it be easier, you know, if you play an instrument already?
Oh, I think it will help you.
Okay.
Even if you can dance a little,
Oh,
you have
really?
a sense of rhythm, you know,
Okay.
and that can help you find what you need to find in the songs. Yeah.
To what extent are we accepting this? Do you think people are now catching on? Is this something that we've grown to accept? And by extension, is that bringing you more gigs?
Yes, definitely. I've noticed that when I play a song by a different artist, the way people receive the song is very different than when you sing the song.
Yeah.
Like when you sing the song and you don't understand the lyrics, some people will be put
Yeah.
off. And they were like, okay, I don't understand, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
But when it's just melody, there is a different element to it,
It's a
which makes
universal
it
language.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone can understand the melody. If it vibes, it vibes. If it sings, it sings. You know. So I think that's the biggest difference.
Would you prefer playing with other people, like other instruments or musicians, or
Like in
you
a full
prefer
band
the-
setup?
Exactly, or you want to be a solo performer?
Oh, I'd love to play with other people. I mean,
Okay.
that's what gives me energy as well. When I
Right.
play with the saxophonist today, for example, it was just pure vibes.
Yeah.
And you feed off each other's energy. And that's something you don't have if you play by yourself.
Right.
The energy comes from within,
Yeah,
which is also a nice thing.
You are based in Amsterdam
I am.
and you visit Ghana.
I do.
Is this popular in Ghana?
No, not at all.
You're the only person doing this?
As far as I know,
Yeah.
definitely.
Wow. Wow.
No,
I haven't
is
seen
a
this
challenge.
anywhere in Ghana.
The first time I saw it was him.
Yeah.
The second time I'm seeing it. So
Same Derek.
obviously the third time.
The usual suspects.
Exactly. But maybe not in Accra, probably in Amsterdam.
Perhaps.
I'll prefer that.
Yeah. We'll be there. We'll see.
Yes.
you in
Okay,
Amsterdam.
you guys.
What is your next show?
My next show is tonight. I'll be performing at Movenpick Hotel.
Okay.
I think it starts around 6:30.
Okay.
And yeah, there are a lot of acts coming up, and
Right.
I'll be joining them as well.
Awesome,
Right.
awesome. But do you just do this with Afro beats, or you can do this with all genres?
Literally all genres. Just because I'm in Ghana and you guys know Afrobeats,
Yeah.
Ghanaian music, high life.
So-
I like
so-
to play high life
Yeah.
as well.
If you were in Amsterdam, what would you be playing? What
I
rhythm
also-
is popular?
I also promote Afrobeats,
Afrobeat,
my
yes.
Ghanaian songs, because I love
Okay.
Ghana is part of me, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have to put it out there and show the people that I'm from here.
Thank you
Milk it like
very
that.
much, Derek, and would love to hear more of what you just did. And I think Nana is
Yeah, maybe we
ideal
can bow
that-
out.
Exactly, let's bow out. Let's leave him to do his thing,
Yeah.
and we can also enjoy some tunes as well. Thank you very much, Derek, for passing through.
Thank you
Don't
for
forget that earlier we also had Ekow Saxx coming through,
Yeah.
and we had the ZEN riders, you know, the guys who rode the bicycles all the way from Accra to Tamale and back to Accra, just to create awareness on mental health.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, my name is Nanatu Boateng, and as usual, be kind to your mind.
And I'm Frema Dunyame. And I think that officially we can say Merry Christmas and see you at Situation. Derek, over to you.